we're gonna talk about food.
Oh, I like it.
And Leslie is not here today because I promised her we will talk about this. We're gonna talk about vegetarianism today.
Oh.
No, we had a short conversation on that a few times ago. So just getting to group of 3 and you 3 and 3 and 2. Talk to each other, take 5 minutes. Do you know anyone who's vegetarian? What do you know about vegetarianism? Anything you know about it?
My friend in America, but
No.
Yeah.
No, sometimes, yeah. Mayonnaise, yeah, vegan,
Red meat, white meat,
much better.
maybe fish.
And butter.
Some vegetarian fish, some vegetarian they
Very
don't eat
difficult to
fish.
eat just chicken and
That's
chicken.
Yeah, that's it. It's okay.
Worst chicken in the world.
It's
In America,
egg
it's
and milk.
still
Only vegan, I guess.
all of
I
this
know.
chemical
No,
Yes, that's the reason why.
Oh,
I
in your
don't know
country?
animals, but
You guys have a
I know
period that
we need meat. We need
Okay.
meat and milk and eggs. I know who will eat animals, but
Yeah,
it's still decided. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think we need because I respect them. I respect them. I don't believe them. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah, can like vegan meat?
Yeah, yeah, herbals, yeah. Herbal things, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You know Easter? Easter,
Beans include
I don't know,
protein, but beans protein and meat protein different. Fish protein very different. Omega-3, it has omega-3. It's very important for our bodies.
Are we ready to
Ingredients and so
share a few things we learned? Anything interesting you guys heard?
some of them can eat egg.
Butter.
Egg.
cheese.
Does anyone know anyone who's vegetarian?
Yeah, husband of my boss.
No.
My daughter's friends.
Daughter's
I
friend.
tell them
Oh, my friend who arrived like 4 years ago from Russia, and we was in steakhouse in my birthday party. She told me like, oh no, I eat just a fish right now. I can't eat meat anymore. Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, so Belle, do you want to share a little bit about vegetarianism in your culture?
Yeah.
Guys?
In Thailand, we have vegetarian culture allowed to read, but you can choose you want to join or not. But if you join, you cannot eat meat, you cannot eat garlic, onion. About vegetable is smell, has smell.
Onion.
Onion and garlic.
You can't have onion.
Why?
The onion is they
Because it's
raised in the beside the ground, so they say they took every bad things from the ground. So it's not pure.
okay, everything is but it's only your
She's
carrots or
Carrot can eat, but
Potato.
just
potato? Yes,
onion.
and potato. Potato
Yes,
is
you
still
can because
inside.
it not smell, but garlic the milk.
So yeah, anything that has strong smell,
Cannot eat.
you cannot eat things
Cannot
that's
eat.
with
Ah,
strong
because of the
smell.
strong smells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
And they eat tofu instant meat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and that's because of Buddhism.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Brazil, we don't eat meat in the Good Friday.
Good Friday. Do we all know what Good Friday is?
Yes. It's,
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes, yes.
In
The
my
Holy
religion,
Spirit.
Some people
in my religion, it's
Yeah.
a part of like a 2 weeks.
I think we have 3 of us here who don't for Easter.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, I think we have 3 of us here who don't have Good Friday in our countries.
We don't have Good Friday.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's for
Because-
the Holy Spirit. Please explain us.
Good Friday.
Like
Friday.
it's the Friday
It's the
before,
Holy Spirit.
yeah,
The Holy
Easter,
Spirit.
because
It's
it's
in Christian. Christmas Eve?
No,
No.
like that.
It's
It's like when
Catholic.
Jesus
it's
was
Friday
born.
before
Christian is.
No,
It's
it's
no,
not
it's
Catholic.
no,
Catholic.
it's no general Christian.
No,
It's
it's
Just
for
Catholic.
Catholic.
Just Catholics. Okay, some Christian. Yeah, I guess
I'm
Christians.
Christian.
Yeah, Christians.
Orthodox Christian, and we have the same religion with you.
Yes,
But because our calendar,
Yeah.
we like didn't switch.
Mm.
That's why we have like another date for celebration, like Christmas, 25th,
Yeah.
and our Christmas is 7th of January. It's like a few weeks
Oh,
later.
January 7th?
Yeah.
And that's why October Revolution is in November.
Yeah. It's strange, but New Year we have on the same day. But
This
Easter,
is different. It's a 25th is Jesus.
we have the same rules.
Yes.
It's the same book.
The Orthodox is
Yeah.
has a similar things.
It's the
about-
same,
yes,
but
same the
it's-
Catholic.
It's a different
The dates,
organization in
Mhm.
church
Yeah.
and different date. But we have Easter.
Yeah,
But
that's-
your Easter will be like few next week or what?
Yeah.
Our Easter will be 2 weeks later.
Let's get back to it. So,
Vegetarian.
just before we read anything, show of hands. Who is willing to try vegetarianism?
I try once.
You tried? Who's willing to try like in next month?
Forever?
Yeah, at
Oh,
least
no,
try
okay.
it.
I can try, but not
I
forever.
can't. Now, when I start to live in America, I have this option in my mind that I can
So-
try it. But
Let's just raise hands.
Are
Who's
you
willing to
trying?
try?
No.
I think but I have experience.
Yeah.
For how long? One day?
Let's say a month.
One day.
Just for lunch.
I know you need
Yes,
to
you
know
do.
the protein you can eat per day because you
I don't
you're
say
going
they would
to
try,
know.
but not.
No.
I have experience.
Before we talk more, we're gonna read and learn more about it.
Yes, vegetable, but you need grains like lentils. Some people can. Some people.
We will learn more about it in your reading. That's why I'm giving you reading.
You know.
So, guys, in the reading, in the reading here, there's a list of paragraphs, and there's number in front of each paragraph. So I want you to read from 1 to 5. Read from 1 to 5, then stop, go look for another 1, and start there and read 1 to 5.
Okay.
Got it? So you start from 1 to 5, stop, you read 1 to 5. And when you are reading, I want you to pick 4 paragraphs you like. Pick 4 paragraphs you really like, and make a bullet point that summarizes each of those 4 paragraphs. Okay, got it?
Okay.
So, how many? Okay. And take 15 minutes, so this is a long one. Okay, guys, are we ready to?
Then I'm walking to the market.
Are we almost done?
East
Let's
for
get back together. Nice. Isabel,
Very happy. Yeah.
Johnny, it's you want to start? Yeah. Report on what your partner said.
They don't play.
Did you hear anything interesting that Olga said?
Can I be the second? Because I need to.
Okay. Who do you want to go first? Olga, you want to go first? Okay.
So we have with Johnny the same opinion about this. So both of us like meat, and we believe like we are part of animal. How it's called?
Yeah.
Chain, yeah. It's a
Animal
cycle.
change, and
Cycle.
we are like on the top.
It's called a food chain.
Yeah, food chain.
And we should eat meat to be alive. But it's not for everyone. Of course, if in your mind you understand that it's not just a piece of red something, or you understand this is a piece of animal,
Yeah.
and you can change this because you realize that you eat animal. It's difficult to say like why you're vegetarian. You should eat meat. It's better for you. But how it could be better for this person? It's
Yeah.
psychology. And I saw.
What about things from the reading?
Yeah, but this is code 1.
Yes.
And what 2? Pro 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like vegetarian can include a lot of vitamins, fats, minerals, which is enough for body. But on the last sentence of this paragraph, they wrote like not always
Meat is not.
meat.
Meat is not.
That's a great point. When we're reading, it's very important to look at forward like always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when they say it's not always needed, what are they also saying? Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Sometimes it's needed. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you want
Which one?
someone else?
Oh,
Fernanda, you want to talk about what you heard?
oh. I think to be vegetarian is. I don't agree about this pro. I think the numbers and the search is strange and then yes, and then the con is contra.
We're gonna talk about that right after this. So, did you hear anything Dilik said that's interesting? Do you remember anything? Do you need a minute?
Vegetarians might not.
Yeah, cool.
Vegetarians live longer.
Yeah, they live longer.
Live longer.
Yeah, they might live longer.
I don't agree, but
You
I
don't
disagree
agree.
because they are the last part of the
Yeah.
population and the whole yes and the whole and maybe they have more health. I think
Yeah.
because when you eat meat, maybe you don't have a good health. For example, you can smoke more. I don't
On
know.
that, for those of you who read the whole thing, were there something in the con section that's about living longer? Do you guys remember? Yeah, Elisa, you want to help us?
Pro 5.
Yeah, they talked about that.
Vegetarian a bit longer.
Maybe they don't live longer because they're vegetarian, but because they think more about the fact they
Yeah, it's not about the vegetarian, it's about the health.
Yeah, exactly.
If the people eat bad have the health life, they can live the same longer.
Yeah, Fernanda, you got that? Like it's not, it's not just the meat, it's they also live healthier. That's why they live longer. Have nothing to do with eating meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not
so,
just meat.
yeah.
It's
You know,
I take example in my life. My grandfather, he died 91, and he smoked, he drink like usual, and he eat red wine or red meat, and he totally wasn't vegetarian, and he didn't have like a healthy life.
he look
Maybe
healthy.
it's a good.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes people just get lucky.
Yeah, Janet.
No, it's
I think so.
Yeah, it's genetics, exactly. It's genetics. Do you guys all know the word genetics?
Like
And so that's a,
Yeah,
that's a
yes,
great
we
word.
know.
Yeah, it's just in your DNA. You just happen to be lucky. You're just tall.
Yeah,
You
almost everything about DNA. It's not common.
yeah. Okay, let's do one more. What else? Val, you want to share what you heard from Guna?
Raising beef is often the most efficient way to the product food for humans because I think yes because
Until now, it's
the American people love to eat meat, eat steak, yes, is efficient to their food.
It's more efficient because you guys remember from the reading why raising meat is efficient.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper and the land. Remember the key issue was land. So the land couldn't be used for anything else. So they have cows on it. Yeah, that's why they have cowboys in the West. Which is fun. You guys should go out west and like go to Dallas and Texas and ride cows. It's really fun.
White cows?
Yeah, you can ride cows.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say you can see rodeos. They're the best.
Rodeos.
Yeah, the best show in the world. You can see a man riding a raging bull.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did two little things here. First, pro and con. Do we know what they are now? So pro, what do you think it is? Is it for something or against something?
Four.
For, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the list we read, the pro list is do they like vegetarianism? Yeah. Con? Do they like it? No. So this is something called a pro and cons list.
Come?
Yeah, the con.
Come.
Pros, because there are more than one, and cons.
Come.
So pros and cons. This is used in language a lot in English. When you're trying to weigh this is good but that is bad, we can say, let's look at the pros and cons. If you want to sit your children down and say, like, make them stop, I don't know, playing too much video games, list the pro, list the con. See if you still want to do it. Yeah. And another little cheeky thing that I did you guys notice your readings are different?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, some started with pro, some started with con.
Yes.
So I did a tiny experiment here. So apparently, according to research, when people read something first, they will more likely to agree with the thing they read first. Did you guys?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
You guys? It didn't happen to you guys?
No.
I did. I saw.
No, I prefer what I need to
Yeah.
after.
Guess science doesn't always work. Okay, and I'm just curious, did anyone change their mind?
No.
Did
No.
anyone change their mind?
No.
Only letters? No.
No. Okay, good. It means you're strong-minded.
I continue.
So many, yeah.
You're strong-minded people. Okay, there's something else going on with this passage. So within this passage, there are a lot of things that we talked about this whole semester. We're starting to do a review, and there are things that we talked about this whole semester that's in this passage. Now take 10 minutes, go back to the passage, try to find as many things that we talk about in the passage as possible.
Grammar for grammar.
Yeah, grammar, every little bit of grammar, and words, vocabulary, everything that we talked about this whole semester. And there are many of them, I promise you.
Has been.
Let's get back together. It's okay if you haven't gone through everything. I got a lot. I put a lot of here on purpose so you can practice at home with this. This is something you can review with. So let's go around the room and let's share one thing you found. That's something we talked about. Who wants to start?
I think pro scientists.
So please say pro and get a number.
Pro 1.
Pro 1.
Scientists said that cows, pigs, chicken, and all warm-blooded animals. It's like quotation.
Yeah.
Quotation.
It's quotation and it's reported speech.
And then in the end, in the United States, about 30 million cows are killed for food. Is passive voice.
Yeah, it's passive voice. Cool. Let's stay on this sentence a little bit.
Which
On pro 1.
Pro 1.
Pro 1.
And then the animals should not have to die. Maybe the model.
Yeah, no, you got all 3. So great.
Sorry.
You got all 3. Yay. That's all 3 that's in there. Let's go back to the in the United States sentence again. So
Pro 1.
pro 1. So in the United States, about 35.
Pro 1. Pro 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
So as Fernanda said, this is passive voice. And can someone tell me why is this passive voice? Why is this sentence in passive voice?
No, because someone said this, but you don't know when. Who
it's just
Who is
about
who
the
who said it? The
the
United
animals.
Yes.
The important in this case is the animals.
Yeah, so like Lisa said, the important thing is the animal. We don't really care who killed the animal. That's what everyone's saying, yeah. Okay. Belle, you want to share the next one? Pro 2.
Meat is not always in healthy diet.
Exactly, that's another passive voice. Yeah, exactly. Meat is not always needed. Okay, Belle, you want to pick the next one? The next person?
Where is so con 2.
Con 2.
Eating meat has been an essential part of human life. So we have articles here. And
Yeah, an essential part.
has been.
What about has been?
Yes.
Present perfect.
It's present perfect.
Present perfect, yeah.
Con 2, yeah. Eating meat has been. So why is it present perfect?
What?
Why do we use has been?
Because it's happened in the past, but you don't know when.
Until nowadays.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly when.
Yeah, exactly. Both of you guys are correct. It's happened in the past. It continues,
Continued, yeah.
and it happened in a time in the past that's not definite. It's some point in the past. Yeah.
I have one this.
Sorry.
I have one this same.
sure, let's do that.
Our big brands and intelligence are influenced by the second. Country.
In Country.
It's are influenced by this one.
Yeah, the same. So are influenced by, remember we talked about, when we talk about connection between things, right?
Profile.
Still in count two, the very next
Our
sentence.
big brain and intelligence are influenced by the intelligence reservoir, by the influenced by the.
In the profile, can I say?
Yeah, sure, you can go.
Vegetarian sorry. Study of Telenan people found that eating red meat was connected,
Two, yeah,
Was
was connected to.
and then we have another was connected in the end.
Yeah, so was connected
I
to,
don't remember the name of it.
was influenced by, those are the phrases we can use when we talk about causation or connection. Yeah, so just as a reminder, a refresher, when we say it's influenced by, how sure are we about the connection? Are they 100%? Are they 100%?
Yes. Are influenced by
No, it's just a
of me.
influence.
It's just a,
influence.
it's influence, and it's just a connection. It's not if A happened, B have to happen. It's just a influence. Okay, David, can you go next?
Compile.
Count five, let's all go there, count
Vegetarians
five.
might not live longer, model work,
Yeah.
and continue. Many studies could be influenced by the fact that vegetarians often care more about their health. It could be model works and influenced by the
Yeah.
fact connected to them.
Exactly, perfect.
And, I don't know phrasal verbs.
Phrasal
Phrasal
verbs?
verbs
Yeah.
is when you have the two, no, the two words like, I don't, given up,
Yeah, give up,
given up.
give up. So do we all remember about phrasal words, verbs?
Phrasal words.
Yeah, there's give up, that's good, great catch. Do we find anything else?
one?
Yes, I find it proceeds,
Oh, six?
giving up
Pro
means
six.
mine,
I don't read it.
it's a modal verb.
Yeah, there are lots of them.
I don't,
Yeah.
oh, giving up?
Might not be enough for
And giving
everyone.
up, right?
No,
Yeah, giving up,
definitely.
give up.
That use it to live, use it to.
Yeah, used to.
Use, yes.
Press.
And in Pro 6, there's also used to.
Yeah.
They used to live in America.
Yes, what is
But I kind of want to turn your attention to one of the used to. In Pro 3, there's a used to.
Yes.
In Pro 3, the second sentence, over 10 pounds of grain is used to produce 1 pound of beef. Is this the same kind of used to? No, it's different. How is it different?
This is real.
Yeah, the meaning is totally different, right? Here they're using it to do something, and you can use to as when we're talking about the past. Yeah, exactly.
And Pro 6, yeah, about 7% of the states are used to fit its
Yeah, so
its passive voice or is this
it's passive voice.
passive voice?
It's passive.
Which part?
It's proceeds
Pro 6, the last
Pro six.
sentence.
about 7.
Wait, which one?
These are about 7% of the 11 Western
Count
states.
or pro?
Pro.
Oh, yeah.
Or seven?
Pro 6.
Pro 6. About 70%.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a passive voice here. So used to, it's are used to, it's passive voice here. Okay, let's
I found another,
okay.
and pro one is like, in the United States about 35 million warm-blooded animals. It's like a type of the animal.
Yeah, and we talk about warm-blooded.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you put two words together and add ed and you turn it into a adjective.
Adjective.
Yeah, great. That's awesome. Really happy you remembered that.
It's a simple thing, but
No, it's very important and it's used a lot. Who haven't gone yet? Everyone gone?
No, so I found this like two class before we talk about add, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Maybe we'll
Add
add
something and it's changed from word to adjective.
Yeah, so where is it?
So it's pronoun.
Pronoun. Let's
Last,
all go there
so
first.
it's a lot, but in pronoun it's last sentence and the US will likely like plus likely
Yeah.
import more meat from Brazil that is used to.
So used to is in the past. Okay. So we don't have time to do any more in class, but this is something you can do on your own. This is my note. There's this much.
Can you photo it?
Oh, if this is a way of reviewing it, just go through it, find things that that we talked about, and try to, ask yourself questions. And before you do, I'm so sorry. And yeah, you can just take this one home this time. I'm so sorry.
The next test will be on Monday, but it's about everything that you
Yeah,
learn.
that's why we're starting the review like today, and we're gonna keep on doing that tomorrow and.
and tomorrow, Amanda and Luna will do the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, just you can take this one home. Just promise to take it back tomorrow. I don't know what happened. Didn't bring all of them here. And just promise bring it back next time.
No.
We don't have time to